What is going on, guys? It's Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. And we are here to do our Bash in Berlin predictions. So, prediction video for Bash in Berlin. We are at another pay per view. Not as exciting as the previous ones we did, but I am joined by Canadian Yorker. How's it going tonight?
Doing great today. It's been a long day. Can't, just happy to be getting into the Bash in Berlin. Let's get it. Let's get it done.
Yep. All right. So Bash in Berlin, by the way, guys, letting you guys know, is this Saturday. I'm not sure what time is it since there's a time zone or a time difference. I'm not sure what time it will be. Hopefully it's like hopefully it's gonna be in the afternoon during our time. So we have to see what happens. So yeah, let's get to the predictions and how basically this will work is basically how we always been doing our prediction video for pay-per-views is basically Canadian Yorker will give his predictions first, which will lead to me giving my predictions last. So Canadian Yorker will make his predictions and then I will make my predictions. So let's get started. There are 5 matches at Bash in Berlin. So I'm just gonna go down the line. I should save the best for the end, but I'm just gonna go down the line. So let's start off strong here. Let's start off big. We got the singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. So we got Gunther defending the World Heavyweight. We got Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton. So basically, this match was came to be. It was eventually was supposed to be booked because of what happened at the King of the Ring pay per view of Gunther beating Randy Orton to become King of the Ring, where Randy Orton said that he didn't really. There was some people talking about how Randy Orton's shoulder wasn't down or something like that, or up or something like that. So Triple H said that in the future there's going to be a rematch, and now here we are, Gunther and Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. So basically, if Orton wins somehow, he will be transferred to Raw. Gunther will be transferred to SmackDown. So that's going to be big if that happens.
hmm
So, singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship Gunther, Randy Orton, Canadian Yorker. I'm giving you the floor. What are your thoughts on this match, and who do you think is going to win?
Wow. That's a pretty big switch. Not only whoever wins, whoever. If I'm not mistaken, did I hear that right?
It's
Whoever
only it's
wins
only
the.
if only if Orton wins. So if Gunther retains, Randy stays on SmackDown, Gunther stays on Raw. It's only if Orton wins. So if Orton wins, he gets transferred to Raw. Gunther will be transferred to SmackDown. I think the whole reason is because of the brand split, because the world title belongs on Raw, Undisputed is on SmackDown. That's the whole reason.
Um, it would be awesome to see Randy Orton get World Heavyweight Championship uh, back. And, I think he was the youngest. What was he, the youngest ever World Heavyweight Champion 20 years ago? Um, for him to win it right at the edge of his career when he's nearing 40, 50 years old. And I mean, he's gonna be in the wrestling, he's gonna be in WWE for the next 5 years. I believe he signed a contract. Um, I mean, for him to win would be a big success for him because he hasn't won a World Heavyweight Championship in such a long time. However, he is wrestling Gunther, and this, this is a toss up between Gunther and Randy Orton, much like it was between Damian Priest and Gunther. Damian Priest was definitely giving Gunther a lot of problems because he's a striker. He kicked him. He was giving him a lot of problems, and if not for uh, you know for what happened, Damian Priest would be the champion right now, but that's not the case. But Gunther is in his first title defense against Randy Orton, and Gunther likes to attack his opponent's weaknesses, and I believe Gunther knows that Randy has weak knees, and Gunther's definitely going to be targeting Randy's knees to try to take him out. This is going to be a tough one. I mean, if Randy definitely pulls it off, it will be amazing. and Randy will be transferred to Raw. And I believe Raw is where Randy has shined the most. SmackDown is kind of Cody Rhodes territory, but I think that Gunther is going to be the one that's going to beat Randy Orton in the second time around clean without any help whatsoever, because it was kind of controversial the first time. Um, but man, I mean, I do believe Randy Orton can pull off an upset. He's definitely known for pulling off upsets. He can do it. Um, I would not underestimate Randy Orton, but I'm gonna have to give this to Randy Orton because this is Gunther's first title defense, and I don't see Gunther losing his first title defense.
You mean you're giving it to
That's
Gunther, right?
I'm gonna have to give the edge to Gunther. Yes.
Oh, you said give it to Randy Orton. I was confused if you were risking it. Um,
Well, I said Randy Orton has the potential to beat. Definitely has the potential to beat
Alright.
Gunther. He can do it.
So you're
But
locking
if it,
so you're locking your pick in Gunther over Randy
I'm
Orton.
lacking in Gunther. Yes.
See, here's the thing though. At first, I alright. So your Canadian Yorker picked Gunther over Randy Orton. I wouldn't say that's a risky pick. I think that's everyone's prediction. But here's the thing though. I honestly think that it could go either way. Not necessarily. I didn't really know that there was gonna be like a, it made sense if Randy did win, he would go to Raw because Raw the championship ran split. But honestly, it honestly could have it could gone either way to be honest. Because I could feel like if Randy wins, we're all talking about John Cena, his last run in the WWE. He's gonna face off against possibly someone at WrestleMania. I could see, like I said, people are debating if Randy Orton might be the guy that John Cena faces last at WrestleMania. In John Cena's last WrestleMania, his last opponent at WrestleMania could be Randy Orton. And I'm saying like, oh, what if it's John Cena that wins the Royal Rumble, and then John Cena challenges Randy Orton? If Randy Orton wins, he could hold on to the title till WrestleMania, where John Cena wins the Royal Rumble, challenges Randy Orton, and setting up that final match at WrestleMania. But I'm thinking it could happen with Gunther. Gunther could just hold on to the title until WrestleMania. John Cena can win the Royal Rumble. We can get a hell of a matchup between Gunther and John Cena. But people are expecting that John Cena is probably not going to face either. He might just go after Braun Breaker. But the thing is, I just don't see Randy Orton winning now because of the whole transfer. I don't think Orton's gonna go to Raw. I just feel like they're building up that rivalry with Randy Orton and Gunther, and I feel like the big story is Orton is going to turn on Cody Rhodes down the road. So in order for that to happen, Randy Orton would have to be on SmackDown. So I still believe that Randy Orton, once he's done with Gunther, because Randy Orton took a lot of losses, and I feel like Randy Orton is gonna be pissed off. I feel like he could just stay on SmackDown and start a feud with Cody Rhodes. Just Randy Orton could possibly in the future or maybe down the road just turn on Cody Rhodes. We'll talk about the whole Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes situation, which I have something I want to say. But Randy Orton, I feel like down the road will turn on Cody Rhodes. So in order for that to happen, Randy should stay on SmackDown. Plus, Gunther will kind of need a push with the world title. I feel like it's just too early for Gunther to drop the title. Plus, there might be some other legitimate, person that can dethrone Gunther. Chad Gable. We talked about him. We talked about how he said he's going after the world title after failing to get the IC title. We could see Chad Gable dethroning Gunther for the world title, maybe. I don't know. But we have to see what happens. But for now, I just feel like Gunther ain't gonna drop the title this early. And then the whole situation with the Randy Orton's and Cody storyline, I feel like Gunther is going to win. It could be by submission, it could be cleanly by pitfall. I'm not sure. But I feel like it's gonna be a clean win. I think this is gonna be the only rivalry that Gunther and Randy Orton have. This is gonna decide the whole thing. So I think Gunther comes away with the win, retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm lucky in my picking. I am picking Gunther to beat Randy Orton to retain the world title. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So me and Canadian Yorker has chosen Gunther. So that's no big deal. So hopefully that's not a risky pick. I don't think it is, but all right, moving down the line, I'm gonna save the probably the main event of this pay-per-view for last. I might be wrong, I might be right, but let's go to the next match that's not so exciting, maybe. All right, so I am moving on to the next match, which these are random by the way now because I want to save the best for last. We got a tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. We got the Unholy Union of Alba Fyre and Isla defending their titles against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So pretty much a rematch from last time. Last time, Blair Davenport got involved, so it ended up in a disqualification win for Bianca and Jade. So obviously Triple H could be, or Nick Aldis could have definitely made sense giving them a rematch. So now we are tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Bianca and Jade versus Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn. This is their last chance to get the titles back, Jade and Bianca. That's what I have to say. But I'm giving you the floor, Canadian Yorker. What are your thoughts and what is your final predictions? Who do you think is going to win?
I I understand that this might be their last chance to get the win, to get their titles back, and they could definitely very well get their titles back if there's no outside interference that comes in the way and interferes in the match and costs them the chance to win. Um, there's definitely a lot at stake riding for Bianca and Jade. They definitely have the they got it. They could definitely beat Alba Fire and Usladon. Um, but at the same time, they could definitely beat them for the championship. Isladon and Fire, um, man, it is kind of tough, but I kind of have watched some of their matches and I noticed that well, they are that despite the fact that they might cheat to win. They probably are going to cheat to win. They're going to cheat to win. That's going to happen in this match, and they're going to win because they cheated. Um, but here's the thing, though. I think that that Jade and Bianca can get it done at at Bash in Berlin. They can definitely get it done or else this is it for them. So this is kind of tough. If Jade and Bianca do lose, there could be a possibility that in the future you could see some sort of issue going on between them. They could end up losing, but I think that they could get help. They could get outside help too. You know, I think that I'm gonna have to go with Jade and Bianca to get their titles back at Bash in Berlin. I'm locking that pick in.
All
because
right,
because
so you're picking,
they have
so you're
Naomi on it.
locking in Bianca and Jade.
I'm locking in Bianca and Jade. Yeah.
All right, so I'm not gonna lie, this was a toughie for me. So this is what I feel. So look, I said this before. I said I will say this for like the hundredth time. I know. I said it 100 times. You probably are said that. Oh yeah, you already said it. The unholy union needs a push. Like they need a push. Like they didn't do anything when they were on SmackDown, and ever since they came to Raw, they didn't do shit. And then right now, I mean. I give them credit where it's due. The Unholy Union, they actually defending the titles. They actually defended the titles in a triple threat match, which they successfully defended and they actually won. So I give credit where it's due. But I just wasn't a fan of that match against Bianca and Jade, where Blair Davenport got involved. Like if the Unholy Union beaten Bianca and Jade cleanly, that will probably be their best win or their biggest win or their biggest push. Like that could have happened. Except their weak defense on NXT. I don't really count their first defense that happened on NXT irrelevant. So the triple threat was basically their only great defense. But if they can manage to beat Bianca and Jade here cleanly, I'll be impressed. Like this is probably, I mean, that's exactly. I'll be happy for them. It's like exactly what I've been saying throughout the months. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn definitely need a push. But in terms of the holding on to the titles, it's like at this point they're like, what are you doing with the titles? You're not defending it a lot. But now it's they're defending it a bit. I think they're getting there. But the thing is, like Bianca and Jade, I feel like they're a great team and all. But my only issue with Bianca and Jade winning is like, I feel like sometime down the road, Bianca is gonna turn heel. I think Bianca's due for a heel turn. I just feel like for that to happen, I feel like I just don't see Bianca and Jade winning the titles back. That was just ruined the storyline. I mean, people are saying it's not gonna happen. Bianca's just gonna stay a face. People are saying that yeah, Bianca's gonna do for a heel turn. But the only issue I have with the heel turn is Bianca and Jade are actually doing well together. They're not getting upset at each other. They're not hinting or teasing a heel turn by Bianca. But the thing is, like, I'm not sure. I have a strange feeling that something's gonna go down the road and Bianca's gonna eventually turn on Jade. Maybe it's Bianca's in like a acting pose or something, pretending to be Jade's friend, but you never know. Maybe Bianca is deep down jealous of Jade, and then eventually she will snap and then eventually turn heel. But I just feel like the heel turn could happen, but I say that many times and it hasn't. But I mean, I just feel like, see, I'm taking a risky pick here because I just feel like the Unholy Union deserve a push. I feel like this could be their big win here, but there's so many other competitors that could go after the women's tag team titles. Like I could see a babyface Damage Control win the titles off of Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn. I could see Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark probably take the titles, or maybe Sonya Deville in the mix if she wrestled for the tag team titles. It could be Sonya Deville and Zoe Stark. Could be Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler for the tag team titles. But I just feel like Bianca and Jade, I just don't see them winning the titles back. Call me crazy. I might be right. I might be wrong, but I just see Unholy Union getting a clean win here for some reason. I feel it coming, so I just feel like that they definitely deserve that push, but also I feel like it's a risky pick, but I'm still gonna do it anyways. I am locking my pick in. I am picking the Unholy Union, Alba Fyre, and Isla Dawn to beat Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. This is a risky pick because it seems like Bianca and Jade are the better team. But I just feel like because of that heel turn storyline, I just feel like Bianca at some point will show her true colors of her jealousy of Jade Cargill, her jealousy of Jade stealing the spotlight, obviously, because I feel like Jade Cargill is becoming a bigger superstar than Bianca is. So, but that's
I,
what
I,
I just feel like that's gonna happen, like at some point. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said about Tiffany, like just like I said about Tiffany's due for a face turn, I just feel like Bianca's due for a heel turn. But people are like the only problem is like, oh, the fans don't want Bianca to turn heel because Bianca has a lot of fans that look up to her. It just I don't know, but my gut's telling me a heel's coming really soon by Bianca. But I'm not sure. But I'm locking in Unholy Union to defeat Bianca and Jade to retain. So, you were about to say something?
yeah, I was gonna say that I can say that I agree. I do think that Jade Cargill is definitely gaining a lot of steam, and people are definitely cheering for her more. She is quite an amazing athlete. Bianca is an amazing athlete herself, but I think Jade is still up and coming. I think Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton are the next. They're the next champions in the WWE, and they're definitely coming up. And going back to Tiffany Stratton, I think that Nia Jax, probably in the back of her head, she knows that Tiffany Stratton is a threat in the back of her head because she has the money in the bank briefcase. She can cash it in on her anytime she wants, So Tiffany Stratton, it definitely will definitely cash in on Nia Jax
I,
sometime in the future.
my gut's saying that Unholy Union's gonna retain, but on top of that, it could possibly happen. Bianca and Jade could win the titles, but then they could hold on to the titles until there's a heel turn. All the times that a tag team turn heel is when they actually cost the tag team titles to each other. Like, look at Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. They won the tag team titles on that Raw that we went to, right? And how did
Yes.
they lose their titles? Shayna Baszler turned on Ronda Rousey. So that could happen. Another path to a Bianca heel turn is Bianca and Jade winning the match right here, and they can hold on to the title, which will be later on. I mean, hold on to the title, and then eventually Bianca will turn on Jade, causing them to lose the tag team titles. So that could be a possible path. We've seen it many times with tag team teaming up together. We've seen it happen with, I believe, was it like, I know it was like, oh yeah, Becky Lynch and it was Becky Lynch and Trish or something like that, I
I
think, or
think it was.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was like Becky Lynch and it wasn't Becky Lynch. Yeah, it was Becky Lynch and Trish. They had the women's tag team titles, and Trish turned on Becky, causing them to lose the tag team titles. But I don't want to talk too much about that. But still, I'm taking a pretty risky pick right here. I'm still picking the Unholy Union, Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn to retain. All right, so we picked the opposite right here. You got Bianca and Jade.
Yep.
I got Isla Fire and Isla Dawn. I might be wrong, so we have to see. Maybe miracle, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually won by cheating. Like you said, I could see Blair Davenport helping out Alba Fire and Isla Dawn or something like that, and maybe Naomi could come into the mix. We have to see what happens. But moving on to the next match, we're gonna save the last two matches last, which I feel is great. You know which ones those are, hopefully. But moving on to the next match, we got a mixed tag team match. We got the Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, going up against the Judgment Day or Street Trash, whatever. Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. So we have not actually seen a mixed tag team match in like forever. Like I'm saying forever. So I mean, I don't even remember the last time we seen a mixed tag team. I think it was at WrestleMania or something like that. Triple H, Stephanie, or something like that. Kurt Angle. It was like Ronda Rousey or something like that. But mixed tag team match: Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley versus Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan in a mixed tag team match. So Canadian Yorker, you have the floor. What are your thoughts and what are your predictions?
If I would say if the Judgment Day doesn't get themselves involved in this mixed tag team match, then it will be a wrap for Dominic for Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Um, I would say if the Judgment Day does, I believe the Judgment Day is going to get involved in this match. They're going to definitely get involved and try to cause havoc and cost and help Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan win. So uh, yeah, I think it's due time that Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest deserve a win against the Judgment Day. So this is kind of tough because well, Liv Morgan has beaten Rhea Ripley before, so I definitely probably am gonna go with Damian Priest and wait, yeah. This is a tough one because I thought, well, how about the others? Um, this is a tough one. So Dominic Mysterio, nobody likes him. Um, let's just say this: Damian Priest can beat Dominic 1-on-1, no question. I believe that. But Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, I mean, they faced off against each other more than once. And to be honest with you, I don't know if Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley is 100%. Um, but Rhea Ripley, could definitely lose to Liv Morgan for sure. Um, I think I'm gonna have to give the edge to Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley in this one because if there's no outside interference, they're definitely going to win, right? That's gonna happen for sure. Um, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Damian and Rhea.
All right, so you're locking your pick in. You're picking the
Yep.
Terror Twins of Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley.
Yes, I'm picking the Taylor twins.
All right. Yeah, like you said, this is a toughie. So for me, this is what I think is gonna happen. Obviously, Bad Blood is in October. I just feel like there could be some storyline here leading towards Bad Blood. So I just feel like it's 100% gonna be Rhea Ripley versus Liv at Bad Blood for the world title, the women's world title. And I can definitely see Damon Priest versus Finn Balor. Um, Look, I just feel like Judgment Day could possibly go into Bloodline all, strong and stuff like that. I just feel like Dominic Mysterio and Liv, they're definitely gonna get help from Carlito, Finn Balor, and JJ McDonagh. Like they're gonna get involved, Finn Balor, JJ McDonagh, and Carlito. But the question is, the thing is like, do you think Damon Priest and Rhea Ripley are gonna get surprise help? People are talking about how maybe Jey Uso could possibly come out and help. Maybe Sammy, knowing that they are going after the Judgment Day's titles. But we have to see what happens. But honestly, I just feel like the best option is because of the storyline. I just feel like, see, Bloodline is gonna be the final maybe rivalry feud between the Judgment Day and Rhea and Damon Priest. So I feel like obviously the good guys gonna have the last match. So for now, I think the Judgment Day actually gets help from Finn Balor, Carlito, and JD McDonough in this one. And surprise or not, I actually think Dominic Mysterio gets the upset and actually pins Damon Priest.
Mhm.
So I think that Liv and Dominic Mysterio gets a huge win over Rhea Ripley and Damon Priest. It's a risky pick, but I just feel like that's the better option going into Bad Blood. You got Damon Priest and Rhea really pissed off, and they're looking for redemption. I just feel like because this is their first official match against the Judgment Day, I feel like the bad guys always gets the first laugh, the good guys always gets the last laugh. So I just feel like with Judgment Day's help, I feel like Dominic Mysterio and Liv will get the win. So I am locking my pick in. I mean, I could be possibly wrong. But I am picking Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan to pull out a really, really big win over Damon Priest and Rhea Ripley. So yeah, that would do it for my pick. I would say this is kind of risky, but I just feel like that's gonna happen. I just feel like that's just gonna set up the two matches that right here. I mean, at Bad Blood. So Finn Balor versus Damien, Rhea versus Liv. So that would do it. I am picking Dom and Liv. New Yorker, you picked Damian Priest and Rhea. So, I don't
I
know.
mean,
What do you think of my pick so far? How do you feel about picking the opposite? I
I,
can ask you. I can ask you about. I was gonna ask you how you feel about me picking out a Fire and as a Dawn and something opposite, picking Dom and Liv. But
I think to be honest with you, I think that Dominic and Liv could definitely win the match. Just like I said, if there's outside interference, the Judgment Day can get involved. The Judgment Day is going to beat down Damian Priest, and Liv has Rhea Ripley all to herself. Of course, definitely they could definitely win this match. I mean, they can definitely they have more numbers. They can cause distractions. Right now,
oh
people are
my
not
God, I
really
forgot about
loving
that. I forgot about that. I wanted to
what.
say this. I had something else I wanted to mention. All right, people are spectating this. I definitely could see it happen, but we could see, the history. If you all know the history between Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley in the past, people are
Yeah,
actually spectating that Raquel Rodriguez is going to return to help Liv Morgan. So people are like, the Judgment Day, they're just saying Liv needs a bodyguard, Dominic Mysterio needs a bodyguard, and who better could be that bodyguard who knows Liv so well, who used to be her friend, who's now could be like who could continue their friendship right here. People are saying that Raquel Rodriguez could come back as a heel and join Judgment Day to be the bodyguard of Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan.
I mean to be the bodyguard of Liv Morgan. It's more like it.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm
honestly, I can
saying.
see that happening. I can see that happening for sure because
Causing that's what I was thinking about, that Raquel Rodriguez could interfere and helping Dom and Liv win. And
well,
Raquel, that just show that could have Raquel get her revenge, because we know that Raquel wants revenge. She has no respect for Rhea Ripley. That rivalry that they had, Raquel, all she wanted to do was rip Rhea Ripley apart. But that's when she was a babyface against a heel Rhea. But now she's a heel. She can do whatever she wants. She can join a group and she can get her revenge by beating up Rhea Ripley and becoming Liv Morgan's bodyguard. So I can definitely see a heel Raquel Rodriguez coming back.
I can see that happening as well. Yeah. So look, Raquel Rodriguez could definitely come back and help Rhea Ripley, and of course,
You mean Liv?
there are people that
You
don't
mean
like.
Liv?
Yeah. There are people that don't like Damian Priest. So we can have people that are allies to help Damian Priest
All
out.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
would be crazy. It would be crazy if the Bloodline call him the favor from the sorry, if the Judgment Day call him the favor of the Bloodline, because remember, Judgment Day and Bloodline have an alliance some sorts. I don't know if that's still in effect, but they
I don't
could
know.
call them out and help them. You know,
All
you
right,
never
all
know.
right. Let's move on. We got two more matches. This video is getting. So, all right. Moving on to the next match. It's gonna get bloody. Second to last. We got a strap match against from. We got a strap match. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Um, if you guys don't know what a strap match is when both opponents are strapped to basically a belt, and then you have to incapacitate your opponent as much as you can until you get the 1, 2, 3. Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre actually competed in one a couple years ago. I believe it was the Extreme Rules match where Karrion Kross won. So basically, I think you have to touch all four corners of the ring or something like that. But you are tied to your opponent by two ends of a belt, and then you just whip your opponent as much as you want until they're incapacitated or can't compete, and then you get if you get the 1, 2, 3, you win. So, what a way with the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre rivalry. But Canadian Yorker, you got the floor. What are your thoughts and what is your prediction?
That's with back and forth between both these guys. We're gonna be giving each other whoopings. Both of them are. Drew McIntyre is definitely looking for to get his whooping on CM Punk, because CM Punk has been attacking Drew McIntyre from behind these past few Monday Night Raws, because he's just been attacking him from behind, what, 3 or 4 times now. It's gonna be a tough one. Drew McIntyre. I think that CM Punk might get a win over Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna have to pick CM Punk for this one to get the win over Drew McIntyre. Unless Drew McIntyre pulls off an upset. But I definitely see Drew McIntyre picking up. I'm sorry, CM Punk picking up a win over Drew McIntyre um, in this matchup.
Yeah, so for me, yeah, I think I agree as well. I just feel like CM Punk, I mean, CM Punk had the last laugh on Drew McIntyre. But the thing is, like, Drew McIntyre beat CM Punk last time because Seth Rollins was the guest referee. Drew McIntyre would, I don't think he would say that, CM Punk would say that it was unfair since it wasn't a regular ref. But now you're going to get a regular referee right here. I just feel like these two guys hate each other. The feud's been going on. I feel like it's finally gonna end. Hopefully, it finally, because they actually hate each other so much. Hopefully, the Hell in Cell finish their rivalry. You could have one guy over get traded to SmackDown, so that guarantees the rivalry ends. So I could see like one of those guys heading over to SmackDown. That would keep the two superstars apart if that even works. But um, I just feel like they could do a back and forth. Drew McIntyre won the last meeting, but I feel like they could go neck and neck going into Bad Blood. There's definitely going to be like a Hell in a Cell match between these two guys in the Bad Blood, so I could definitely see that Bad Blood. But for this match, I just feel like CM Punk is going to get the upper hand. I feel like it's going to be a banger. I feel like it's going to be bloody, or maybe it just hurts so bad. But I feel like at the end, I think I got CM Punk, so I feel like CM Punk can get his redemption over Drew McIntyre with an actual referee. So I'm locking my pick in. I am picking CM Punk to defeat Drew McIntyre in the strap match. Alright, so moving on to the possible main event, we got a singles match for the undisputed WWE Championship. We got Cody Rhodes facing off against his good friend Kevin Owens. The singles match is for the undisputed WWE Championship. So this is, tensions are rising right here. But Canadian Yorker, you got the floor. What are your thoughts and what is your prediction?
Wow, Cody Rhodes. Yeah. Uh, this is Cody Rhodes' second title defense. Um,
Or
and
maybe
Cody
no,
Rhodes
no,
hasn't.
no. It was like third or something, or fourth, or
Yes,
sixth.
yes. So this is Cody Rhodes' third title defense against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens. This is Kevin Owens' big opportunity to get his WWE Championship belt. Um, Kevin Owens could definitely win against Cody Rhodes, and it will make it interesting if Cody Rhodes gets the win because, but I don't think that's going to happen because um, I don't think Kevin Owens is going to win against Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes needs to hold on to the title for Solo Sikoa. Cody Rhodes needs to hold on to the title for the Rock, who might be coming back sometime in the future. However, I don't think I think Solo has to deal with the issues going on with the bloodline right now, and he's got a lot on his plate. Kevin Owens can definitely. We have been just discussing about Kevin Owens turning heel on Cody Rhodes, and I think that could be a very much be a big possibility that could happen. Um, I think that Kevin Owens is probably not going to win this one. He's not going to win against Cody Rhodes, but if he does, it will be a big upset if he does. So I think that Cody Rhodes is probably going to be taking this match and retaining his championship against Kevin Owens. I think that's happening this Saturday.
Alright, so you're locking your pick in Cody Rhodes, right?
Yes.
Alright, so alright, tensions are high, so this is what I feel is gonna happen. Said it before, said it multiple times. Kevin Owens, after the match, is turning on Cody Rhodes. That's just what it is. So we've seen a tease. We've seen Kevin Owens teasing a heel turn. Cody Rhodes could possibly see it coming, but no doubt about it, Kevin Owens is gonna turn heel on Cody Rhodes after the match. And yeah, I agree. I feel like Cody Rhodes, he needs to hold on to the title because obviously he promised The Rock that he will face The Rock later in the future for the title, so I don't see him dropping it. But this will definitely lead maybe a rematch between Cody and Kevin in the future, possibly at Bad Blood. So basically, I just feel like Cody Rhodes, he could possibly start a feud with Randy Orton if Randy Orton does turn heel. So they're spectating that, saying that Kevin Owens and Randy Orton might just both turn heel on Cody, and then they do like a tag team faction, kind of like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Um, but yeah, I'm locking my pick in. I am picking Cody Rhodes to defeat Kevin Owens. I just don't see Kevin Owens winning because of the whole Rock storyline, the Bloodline storyline. On top of that, Kevin Owens is going to turn heel. That's my prediction as well after the match. Kevin Owens is definitely going to turn heel. It's definitely going to be on Cody Rhodes. But if Kevin Owens doesn't turn heel, I'll be definitely surprised. But we have to see what happens. You never know. Kevin Owens might not even turn heel. It might be Randy Orton who turns heel, and it just sets up that match. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes at Bad Blood. But we have to see what happens. But for now, I'm locking my pick in. I'm picking Cody Rhodes to retain the undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens. So basically, that would do it for our Bash in Berlin prediction video. My name is Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. And yeah, that would do it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy Bash in Berlin, which is this Saturday. Not sure what time it will be, but yeah, be sure to check it out. So, my name is Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. If you haven't done so, like, subscribe, check out Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel. Link will be in the description, as well as our WWE Wrestling Bros channel, which also the YouTube link will be in the description as well. So before we leave, any last thoughts, Canadian Yorker?
Yeah, I would say that if Kevin Owens doesn't turn heel on Kevin and Cody Rhodes just yet after Bash in Berlin, I mean he could definitely be turning on Cody Rhodes sometime after Bad Blood, probably. I mean, we might not get it right, this Saturday, but we might get it sometime in the future, maybe after Randy Orton turns heel. But we'll see. We'll have to see what's going to happen because Cody, I mean, Kevin is definitely must be feeling a little jealousy or something, but at the same time, he might not be feeling it right now. But I would say right now, this contract, he never really renewed his contract with WWE, so it's looking like Kevin Owens might be thinking of moving on to a new place maybe sometime in the future after Bash in Berlin. So this might be his last ride to get a WWE championship out of him before he decides to go and leave WWE. That might happen. So we'll have to see what's going to happen between, after Bash in Berlin.
All right, so that would do it, guys. Once again, my name is Bruno Steele, this is Canadian Yorker, and we are out of here. And we'll see you guys in the next broadcast. Have a nice night, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and see you guys later.
Yep. Ta ta.